Ephesians 6, from verse 10 to verse 18. Paul said, having done all to stand, he says, stand therefore. He said, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, and against spiritual wickedness in heavenly places. When the devil wants to take over somebody's life, or the influence over a system or a nation, there is an organized protocol. Principalities come first. The job of principalities is to identify the graces that are present and to steal them through deception. So when a principality comes here, for example, he will look for those who are prophetic. He knows that those who are prophetic, they are sensitive, more sensitive than others. And so what he will do is that he will advertise lust to them. If a naked girl is passing here, it's a prophetic brother that will notice her first. Because the emotion is high, the sensitivity is high. And because of that perception, the job of the principality is to create a spiritual demography and separate men into quadrants. When it is done, a power shows up. The job of a power is to create an addiction. And so the guy looks at a naked person. Tomorrow, he looks again. Next tomorrow, he downloads pornography. He thinks, it's something he will do and stop. After 1 month, he wants to stop. He can't again. The guy gathers, people are smoking. He said, let me test. He smokes. He thinks 1 week later, he will stop. After 2 weeks, he wants to try. He can't stop again. The principality orchestrated him to go to where they are smoking. A power puts an addiction on him. Before that guy stops smoking, another power will have to come. Because now he's a prisoner of war. A demon has shown up. And then when a principality is done, then the rulers of the darkness come. The word rulers of darkness is Cosmos Kratos. They are magistrates. Their duty is to make addictions become culture. And so what you are doing and your thought is an addiction. A point will come, it will transfer to your bloodline. You will give birth to your child. You thought you were cheating on your wife and you were being smart. Your child too will begin to do it. Your great-grandchild will begin to do it. And you are wondering, how did this thing transfer? When you were doing it, your DNA was being altered. That's a ruler working. He turns it to a culture. And then you come to one family, they are womanizers. Come to another family, they are criminals. Come to another family, the devil is taking over a territory. And then when they are done, then spiritual wickedness comes. Now that you cannot come out, the spiritual wickedness now begins to give you gifts. The gift of the devil is sickness, is death, is poverty, is pain. Because now you have become an agent. So you are entitled to your wages. And the wages the devil has to give you is death, is sickness, is poverty. So you find one lineage, there is poverty for 10 years. You'll find another lineage, there is madness for 50 years. You'll find another lineage, there is cancer for 35 years. And you are wondering, why are these sicknesses identifying this family? They have followed the demonic program. From principality to power, to ruler of darkness, to spiritual wickedness in heavenly places. That's how the devil works and introduces sicknesses to people. You find young men at 28, they say he has high blood pressure and die. And you are wondering, what does a 28-year-old man got to do with high blood pressure? You find a young lady at 32, they say she has cardiac arrest, she has died. Sickness has been gifted to that bloodline. I'm telling you why you must be on fire. Because some of you, your being on fire will be the deliverance for the next generation. Because there is something the devil has programmed until he reaches you. And you now say, from here, there will be a new law. From here, there will be a new commandment. From here, there will be a change. There will be a change. In my own family, death was normal. After 3 years, somebody must die. After 3 years, somebody must die. And it was a pattern until I showed up. And I said, from me, it will change from death to life. It will change from poverty to prosperity. Until me, you hardly find millionaires in my family. Hardly. Intelligent, hardworking, but poor. Until I showed up, I said, from here, poverty has ended. And we are not just ordinary millionaires. We are millionaires in many figures. Many figures. And we will be millionaires in different currencies. It's not a blessing to be a millionaire in Naira. We will be millionaires in dollars. In your own currency, we can affect impact there. And then you are not just a millionaire. Through you, many begin to rise. Because you are changing demonic program. You are changing it. The devil came with death to afflict people. That's what the devil does. I'm showing you this so that when we start praying, you will be brutal. See, there are some families where nobody will marry until a priest rises. There are some families where nobody will prosper until a priestess rises. And so for 2 years, every night, there's a fire burning on your inside. And you are alone, Makaya. And they think you are wasting your time. No, you are changing programs. You are changing utterances. You are changing patterns. You are changing prophecy. When 2 years is over, then the lines begin to fall in pleasant places. Then godly heritage begins to appear. When 2 years is over, then health begins to blossom. Because you went to the spirit and you change the language. You change the program. Hear me. You will not live here tonight until you catch fire. It's not just because of you. Many families depend on you. Many destinies depend on you. That's why you must be on fire. Some of us, if we become lukewarm today, many people in their hundreds can no longer go to school. When a term begins, you are sending monies to many families. Some of us, if we go down today, many families will have no food to eat. Some of us, if we go down today, death will ravage many families. But when they come, our priesthood is standing. And death can't find any way until we become many. I decree over you, that thing taking your fire will leave you tonight. Yeah.